Yo, yo, yo. What's up, crypto family? Y'all already know your boy Crypto General back in the building. I'm going to be riding shotgun. Y'all know with my dude.
Crypto Kurt in the building. How y'all doing tonight?
Already over the past 2 weeks, we've seen flows, institutional moves, regulation signals, and altcoin tremors. And that matters. So today we're going to be digging deep. No fluff, just real talk. Kurt, you ready to lock in, bro?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Already. Won't you start us off, my brother?
Well, we got a bunch of big news this last week. We haven't been on in a few days. I just want to go ahead and apologize for that. Had to go to the doctor, but everything's good. We're back online, back live to bring y'all the news. First, before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up, give us a like so we can get this video out to people. Um,
Please do so, please.
if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and help the channel out as we grow. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're online bringing y'all the news. Um, so, another disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Anything that we say on this channel is not financial advice. Before investing money, please seek a licensed financial advisor. We are here to bring you education and information only. What you do is on you. We are going to show you some of the stuff that we do, but again, we're not telling you to do what we do. So as we got that out of the way, welcome to Set for Life Crypto. The big news we've had over the last week. So we had, man, one, we got interest rate cuts today. So we got 25 basis points. You might be asking yourself, well, we got interest rate cuts. Why are we seeing so much red in the market, in the crypto market? Well, the 25 basis point was already pretty much priced into where we were at. Jerome Powell did say a couple of things. One, he did say we're going to go into quantitative easing on December 1st. But he also did make a statement saying that there could be a possibility that he does not make another rate cut in December. So that's one of the main reasons why I can see a slight decline in the market right now, just for that uncertainty. But we still have the China deal with Trump, which will be, it's actually, the meeting is going on as we speak right now at 7:34 Central Standard Time. That meeting started at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, which in where they're at having the meeting is 11 o'clock a.m. on Thursday. So we're waiting on them to come out and say, great news, we've come to a trade agreement. It's going to be the greatest thing we've ever seen in the world, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of increase in the market, some money inflowing back in. We also had a couple of ETFs launched. Do you want to talk about that, brother?
Yeah, of course. You know, we've had the H bar ETF got launched, as well as the Solana, and it was another one, I believe, Litecoin. All three of those ETFs got approved. And me personally, of course, and my brother, we were waiting on the XRP ETFs to launch, but we still in good high hopes about that all going down. Um, the big picture, though, we had a few records that was set by Bitcoin. Did you see that?
Yes.
Bitcoin set record highs amid ETF inflows. It was led, of course, by the U.S. and followed by Switzerland and Germany. The ETFs were tracking crypto assets drew record inflows of 5.95 billion globally last week, as strong demands for digital assets helped propel Bitcoin to an all-time high. Digital assets investment products garnered the record capital in the 4 week ending October the 4th, according to data from CoinShares. Make sense of the last ESG trends affecting company governments with the rudder. So Bitcoin is the world's largest cryptocurrency. It surpassed its August peak to hit a record high on October the 5th, extending its gains to 126,000 per token for the first time.
And that was
Um,
October 5th.
that was October the 5th. Um, the United States led with 5 billion in crypto ETF, followed by Switzerland at 563 million and Germany at 312 million, both of those setting new records on CoinShare said. Bitcoin attracted 3.55 billion, Ether or ETH attracted 1.48 billion, while Solana and XRP drew 705 million and 209 19 million, respectively. Bitcoin's ascent comes alongside a record rally in traditional safe haven gold as weakening U.S. dollar amid trade uncertainties and economic concerns is pushing investors into diversifying their portfolios. This level of investment highlights the growth, recognition of digital assets and alternative in times of uncertainty, said James Butterfield, head of research at CoinShare in the past report. So basically, we are seeing all of these inflows coming in because people are very concerned about the stability of the dollar, pretty
So the
much, and
H bar ETF
um,
debuted with $8 million in inflows. We saw a 16% increase on H bar on the first day of
mm,
inflows.
yes, we
Um,
did.
H bar
I watched it too,
is currently up today 4.2%. Um, it's one of the green ones. Again, Bitcoin is down 2% today. XRP is down 2.5% today.
bro.
But
I watched H bar do its thing, bro. It was so crazy how quick it moved. Like I had never experienced that, y'all. I'm kind of still new in the market, but that was awesome to see. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
no,
But it
it's
was
fine.
just,
It's just kind of a precursor as to what's to come.
yep,
So, we have XRP ETFs coming right around the corner. I mean,
yes,
they could
sir.
come within the next week.
Yep.
And the inflows that are expected on XRP ETFs is about 10 times greater than those of HBAR. Actually, we're expecting probably 100 times more, which I believe it was 8 billion is what's expected, $8 billion of inflows.
Yes, I
So
think J.P. Morgan predicted they would get 5 billion in inflows in the first 24 hours. Something crazy.
yeah, so
So it's gonna get pretty wild,
imagine what 8 million did to HBAR. Imagine what 8 billion is gonna do for XRP. Um,
right?
So right now, I mean, you got these times. Again, we let you know there's times in the market. These are times in the market where you really want to be looking at the value of a company, the value of something, and not the price action of something, right? So just
Mm-hmm.
because the price action says one thing, if you know because you do the research that the value of that company and the value of their products is more than what you're seeing on price action, then that would be a signal for you to make an investment if you were to want to make an investment into something, any company. Again, that's like Warren Buffett says, he invests in value, undervalued assets. He buys them when they're undervalued, and then he sells them when they're overpriced. So,
Absolutely.
kind of look at these times right now as to looking at good assets that you could be taking advantage of some lower price action.
So y'all lean in for a second. This where it kind of get juicy. some firms are quietly loading up, man, while others are claiming to be corporate treasuries and ghosting crypto. The data says otherwise. The big buys are happening, and that builds the foundation. You see Ripple go out and get Treasury, G Treasury, and that was a big deal. Some people don't realize how that kind of sealed their ecosystem. They literally have a whole ecosystem built from the ground up. And that's part of the reason Ripple has been kind of releasing that chess war. Like they've been having to use some of those funds, but I'm telling y'all, don't lose faith. They're a good company and they doing the work. So y'all just follow the movement, follow the money movement. Um,
I have live on the screen the President Trump and Xi Jinping
mm-hmm.
press conference.
And that's live right now, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Or it's gonna go live.
It's live.
Join together to stop
China and the United States. The two sides need to step up communication and cooperation on Asia-Pacific affairs, foster common friends, build constructive interactions, and jointly maintain and promote peace and stability and prosperity in the region. We also discussed the Middle East, Afghanistan, and other issues, and agreed to deepen cooperation on counterterrorism, non-proliferation, nuclear security, and stronger support to UN peacekeeping operations.
So I'm not sure if this is current or if this was from 2017. Try to find something more that's going on right now. So I do know, again, they're having the meeting as we speak. Trump might be coming out and speaking when he gets back onto Air Force One, or they might be making a joint announcement when they're done having their private meeting. I don't see anything live right now with the meeting, so we'll keep y'all posted and updated as we get more information on the live meeting with President Trump.
So another strong example are large ETF holders like BlackRock. You know, they Bitcoin trust. It surpassed it major milestones. And so if you're watching the signals of smart money, you can kind of see it creeping in slowly right now at the right time. And you guys, we just freestyling tonight. We ain't just, we just kind of talking to y'all about everything that's going on. Like the altcoins, y'all should be kind of looking for, them to start running pretty soon. If we get a pretty nice run on Bitcoin, and my dog all over me, y'all. We get a nice run on Bitcoin.
We got some nice little movement on some altcoins right now. I mean, we got Pengu
Yeah.
up 3%. You have
Just
Flocky's up 1.3%. Pepe's up 0.6%. Bonk is up 1.1%. You actually see quite a few of these green tokens right now in the bubbles
yeah.
are actually meme coins. It looks like utility tokens are taking the biggest hit right now, honestly.
Yeah, my dog over here bothering me. She wants some attention right now. Okay, so you guys, let's talk about macro a little bit, brother. Let's talk about Jerome Powell and what he kind of said, because a lot of people got bearish, when they heard. So the buy the rumors, sell the rumor theory. Can you explain that to people? What do that mean?
It's buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So whenever there's a rumor, right, and you have a prediction of 96% that Jerome Powell is going to cut interest rates, right? Everybody buys into that rumor when it's announced. when it's
Right.
first announced. So like,
So
oh
before it
well,
even
but
happened,
before it
right?
even happens, right? So like,
Okay.
the next meeting, he's expected to cut interest rates. Well, when that's said, the market automatically starts pricing in, right? That's what we call
Buying it.
that's what
We
we say.
start buying.
It's
They
yeah, they
start
start
buying with
buying.
the
Yeah,
anticipation that it's gonna move up because we're gonna get rate cuts. Is that what you're saying?
right. So the price, that's what we mean by saying it's priced in. They've already bought into the market based on that news, on that rumor, right? So when the news actually hits and the news isn't more bullish than what was already expected, let's say the news is a little bit more bearish than what was expected, which is kind of what we got today. Right? It's not about the actual interest rate cut. It's about what Jerome Powell says in his meeting after the interest rate
Absolutely.
cut. Right?
Absolutely.
So you'll see a lot of volatility right when the interest rate cut happens, but then it's in anticipation of what he's about to say. So 30 minutes later, he comes on and he starts speaking. Well, he starts speaking about, inflation is actually good right now. Without tariffs, it's looking like we're at 2% inflation, which is where we want to be. So it's looking like, inflation is under control. He says, the tariffs are going to cause a one-time spike in inflation, which means goods are going to be higher, which means the consumer's going to see that it's going to hurt a little bit more, but it's only going to be a one-time spike in goods. It's not going to be an ongoing raising inflation of goods. You're going to get a one-time spike in the price because of a tariff, and then it's going to eat a level out from there. Then they're hoping that you'll get more pay from your jobs because the economy will be stronger, so they're going to pay more, which will allow you to afford those higher priced goods. Right? So all of that is to come. That was decent news. What he said that was more bearish news was the fact that they're going to have to look at the data more clearly because they don't have data with the government shutdown. And if the government stays shut down for an extended period, they won't have clear data for December for them to actually make a decision for a 25 basis interest cut in December. So the market was already expecting him to come out and say, yes, for sure, there's going to be another interest rate cut in December. But instead, we got without all of the data because of the government shutdown, that's kind of like driving in a fog. You don't know where you're headed or what's in front of you. So it's better to kind of push the brakes and kind of slow down. So instead of saying, yes, we're going to give an interest rate cut, depending on how long the government shut down, depending on what data we can gather, will depend whether we actually give another 25 basis interest cut on December. But he did say that they were going to start rolling off their balance sheet on December 1st, which is going to release us from quantitative tightening and put us into quantitative easing. So you get kind of mixed signals from Jerome Powell on this speech. You get some dovish signals and you get some hawkish signals. So the market doesn't really know how to react. So instead of reacting in an upward motion, it reacts in a downward slight motion and then starts to kind of recover. I kind of really expect to see some good things come out of the Trump-China trade deal tonight, or tonight for us. It's going on right now. That'll probably be announced tomorrow for Americans. But again, that could send us in an upward motion. We get the trade.
Brother, I really love the way you put that for him. That was very um plain. So people that really don't understand can get it. That was pretty dope, bro. I just want to give you your flowers on
I
mine.
appreciate
That
that.
was dope. That was dope. So yeah, basically what he was saying. Again, I'm gonna let him continue. I just had to give my brother his flowers, but he's paying attention to these are what we call the macro events, which is what creates the micro or what you see price action on the charts. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Um, So again, I mean, like I was saying, I kind of expect to see some upward motion and a little bit of momentum with the Trump and China trade deal that's going to be announced. I'm pretty much 100% positive he's going to come out and say, we just made the greatest trade deal the world has ever seen. It's going to be the greatest thing ever for both China and the United States. We're going to get rare earth minerals. We're going to stop the inflow of the fentanyl precursors into Mexico. And we're going to help them with AI and help the sovereignty and security of our nation and all of these things, right? And it's going to be great for the US and it's going to be great for China. And then he just made all of these wonderful biggest deals ever in the Asian Pacific while he was over there with Japan and Malaysia and Singapore and South Korea and all of these places. He's over there making all of these deals. So it's going to be a huge announcement. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. I believe the markets will rally behind that information and that news, because that's not something that we can predict to be able to price in previously. So basically, the money is sitting on the sidelines waiting on this news. I believe once the news is given, that sidelined money will start to inflow back into the market.
And again, so that was the wrap up on the micro. We're gonna circle back around. Micro is the meta layer, fam. Um, the Fed stance on rate talks, as my brother talked about inflation, this all bleeds into crypto. So you guys got to watch these things to understand how the market is moved, give you guys a better understanding on how the market is moving. The SEC is loosening some things, but at the same time, they're tightening others. Okay. So remember that approval does not mean a free ride. You guys, you got to keep your eyes on what's going on. And global moves for more countries and more ETFs, more institutional access, but that all means more scrutiny as well and more complexity. So we got to stay grounded and keep our eyes peeled back and wait on the real moves. Don't if you're new to crypto, don't just jump into something. My brother and I have lost a lot of money, a lot of money just doing, just, trying to be first, trying to move too quick, not really understanding how this go. So that's why we decided to create this channel to help people not make the mistakes that we made and lose the type of money that we lost, because we really didn't have it to lose either, but we just are not quitters. So we're going to bounce back some kind of way.
We're gonna persevere.
Right
We're gonna
on.
figure
So
out what went wrong. You might see a lot of things. Hey guys, another thing I just want to throw out there. We're never gonna send you a message asking you anything. We're never gonna ask you to send us crypto. We're never gonna ask you for money. That's just not
none of
something
that.
that we do. So if anyone is reaching out to you and it looks like it's us or this channel, and is asking you to send them crypto or airdrops or anything like that, it is not real. It is a
Or if they
scam.
asking you, have you got your airdrops already?
Yes,
Immediately block them and report the page, please.
yes, please.
Don't fall for the games.
Yeah, don't fall for the scams. If you send us a message, we will reply to your message, but we're never gonna message you first or anything like that. Feel free to check out the links in the channel, guys. We have a Discord channel. For those of you who like to trade, we have BTCC link in the description, in the channel description. Sign up with that link, you get some rewards. I do get a small bonus for you signing up. It is free, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up. But again, I do get a commission from you signing up on that. But that is a trading platform where you can use leverage and make trades if you are trading. If you're just investing in crypto and you aren't worried about trading, then we have a links for crypto.com and Coinbase in the channel. You can feel free to check out either one of those US exchanges. They are centralized exchanges. you can purchase most cryptos on those two platforms. Again, we will both, when you sign up, you will get a small bonus. I will get a small bonus. It doesn't cost you anything for signing up. Check those links out if you would like to invest or start investing in crypto. They're really great exchanges. Outside of that, we have Bitcoin rising back up. It had to drop down to about 108,000, 109,000 upon the news. It has recently bounced back up to about 110.5 thousand, on its way back up to 111,000. Nice little starting to form a V-shaped recovery here from that news with Jerome Powell, which is a great sign for the recovery on that. So again, I do see us coming back up at least up into the 111, 114 range over the next couple of days into the weekend. We do have to watch some key levels of support and resistance. Let's look at XRP's chart. So on the daily close candle, we did not close above the $2.59 range, which is what we really want to see. Let me pull this up. We really wanted to see a close above the $2.59 range, which would kind of signal that we're going to go back up into the 269, 270 cent range, with us closing the daily candle. Where was it at? We actually did close our day. No, we closed our daily candle.
But I'm also looking at our XRP. I'm on the 15 minute.
255.
Yeah. I'm seeing
So
we bouncing from the 252. That was an order block that it literally ate the whole order block up. So if it don't hold here, we're looking to come back down to at least 248, 250, 248.58. That's what I'm looking for.
yeah, I was to say we're gonna come back down and test the 242 to 248 range.
Yeah.
Without that close above the 59, I feel like we're gonna come down and test the 42, 48 range. If we fail to hold at the 42, 48 range, we're gonna go back down to around the 225 range. Hopefully we don't go back down that low, especially with most of the news that we've been getting is super bullish. So most of this, it looks like we are formed a head and shoulders here. So hopefully we can go up from here, but looks like we might come back down and finish this shoulder. So around the 240, 242 range.
Let me share my screen, bro, so I can kind of give them a visual of what I'm looking at. So,
Yeah. Let me pull you up. There you go.
so what I'm looking, I got a lot of y'all. I'm sorry. You know, most of y'all probably like, what's all that shit on his charts? But I'm looking for a bounce, right? So let me take some of this off so y'all can kind of see.
That looks like an ADD kid's drawing.
Right. For real. Okay, so you guys, what I'm looking at, I have what's called order blocks that's automatically gone. I'm using my cheat code. This is the way I like to trade. Everybody got their own formula. So I got it to where my order blocks are automatically drawn out. So I'm looking for it to hold here. It just came through this order block, as you can see. I'll make it a little wider so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Right. So We just came through this order block. This was a whole order block. This was a bunch of buy orders. That's why you see it come down here, penetrate it, push down through the order block, and move back up. So if we can hold this position going on the back way back up, I'm looking for it to come back, eat through the rest of this order block, and come down to at least 248.50 somewhere there and start. This would be the resistance on the way down. So we're looking for it to hold that support so we can begin to move back up. I don't think it's going to come all the way down here to 45, and I damn sure don't think it's coming down to 30 or nothing like that. So I'm looking for it to hold here, but I don't really think it's gonna hold it like seriously. So really, I'm looking for the 50, between the 50 and the 48, somewhere around here. I'm looking for it to come in here, penetrate this order block, and start to move back up slowly and work our way back up, to the 60s, because we're gonna have this as a resistance on the way back up. So between 263 and 265 is going to be our resistance. We had resistance here, but we ate through it. And over here, we ate through it. As you can see, this heat map. I got my heat map up. I can see anywhere the institutions are buying or selling. And that's what I use this heat map for. So they kind of give me a location of where all the buying and sell volume should be at. And this is kind of those places. So that's what I'm watching for. Of course, again, me and my brother have our own theories. This is not financial advice. We ain't telling y'all to do what we doing, but I mean, my bro had got a pretty good track record just trading the markets up and down, especially during this range. So, I mean, we know a little something, you know what I mean? Um, and that's pretty much what I'm looking for on XRP. After that, I look for us busting through this 65, holding on top of this 65, which would be 67, somewhere around there, building up some accumulating here, doing a little ranging and breaking on up until we get on top of 74 or 75, somewhere around there.
And
So if y'all look,
just so y'all know, if y'all want to learn how to trade, if that's something that you're interested in learning, join the Discord.
absolutely.
We're gonna be putting some classes together for kind of teaching you how to start trading. Um,
And
the
again,
basics. We're not going to
my
give you
chart look
financial
messy.
advice. We're not going to tell you what to buy, when to buy, how to buy. Well, we might show
Absolutely.
you how to buy. We might show you how things work, but we're never going to tell you what to buy or when to buy. We're not going to give you financial advice, but we will
Yes.
we will let you follow along and kind of watch our plays, and you can do what you wish from there. We will teach you basics though. We'll teach you candlesticks, how to read these candlestick charts, how to set up your EMAs, how to set up your MACD, your RSI, how to read those different things,
And
how to
most
set up.
importantly, yes, most importantly, how to read them. Like my brother was just teasing me. That looked like a kindergarten chart, but he know exactly what was on that chart. You know what I mean? Once you understand, it's like a language that you speak. So you gotta, I guess, like
He
Stock
was
Mo
just
always
messing
say,
with my bro and his chart. That's all.
yeah, like Stock Mo say, you gotta learn how to learn. So that's a good tip, man. Like take the time to learn how to learn. You know what I mean? Everybody are gonna come up with their own formula, and what may work for them may not work for you. So be be patient, and just take the time to learn it, and everything will be all right. Y'all go dive in that Discord again and ask the questions. It's a lot of things that we can't just give away on here. We're trying to create a business, a self-sustaining business. So we're gonna be using the resources from our channel to bring y'all special guests and give y'all gifts and all of that stuff. So that's why we're trying to grow this channel and do something, change some
And we
people's
have a
lives.
giveaway already set, guys. When we hit 1,000
Yeah.
subscribers, we're giving away 100 XRP.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the price of XRP is, I've already got the 100 XRP put to the side. So,
Um,
yeah, so that's gonna be a big giveaway, especially for those of you who might not even have any crypto or have much crypto. 100 XRP might be a lot for you, you know. So,
yeah.
that's
Shit.
a nice little free giveaway.
In, in 2030, imagine what it's gonna be. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity to get involved, learn something with us. Um, I mean, of course, we're not telling y'all anything financial. This is just all entertainment and education. We just want the best for people, and we just, we're coming from where y'all, most new beginners are coming from. That's why we can relate so well because we haven't been into the market that long, but we take it very serious, and this little time that we have been in the market, we've learned so much stuff. So um, it'll be wise to listen to somebody that's been in it even longer than us. But just get your education on it. Learn these new protocols
do
and
your
the new world
research.
of
Do your research.
finances. Absolutely.
Yeah, do your research. I mean, that's the biggest advice we can give you is you don't have to take our word for it. You can go and do research, the same that we have done. You know, convince yourself otherwise, right? Go do the research and prove us wrong.
Right.
Bring
So,
us
bro.
research
So,
that's
bro,
gonna prove what we
where do you stand right now? Like, where do you stand? What are you doing
like as far as
as the market?
the market.
Hmm.
I mean,
What are you gonna be doing? How are you gonna play it? What are you watching for?
um, well, the key signals and the research. I mean, with what we've already brought you guys, with the news that we've already brought y'all over from last week on our lives, the last couple of weeks, with G Treasury and with Evernorth and all of these different catalysts that are coming together, showing that Ripple's not just out there taking our money and having a good time and partying it up. And Brad is actually out there making connections, acquiring the businesses that need to be acquired in order for all of the things to come into play for the institutional um, inflow of money that's coming onto the ledger, right? And you know, you have just a great, amazing team for a business, right? That's not just a crypto coin now. It's multiple billion-dollar acquisitional businesses that make up the Ripple team, which Brad already came out and posted on X that XRP sits at the center of everything that Ripple does. So you have these multi-billion dollar companies that are all have XRP's interest at the center of everything that they do. The XRP treasury, the Ripple business, and all of the acquired businesses like Hidden Road, which is now Ripple Prime, and all of the many things that we've already brought y'all the news on. If you can't see what's coming, then again, do research. Go on and prove us wrong. Show us some information that doesn't say that XRP isn't going to be the global settlement layer that's going to settle most transactions coming on blockchain in the future.
Absolutely.
It doesn't
So,
matter if Western Union makes a deal with whatever company, right? It doesn't matter if Linea makes a deal with Swift, right? None of that matters at the end of the day. When you
it's
do
all
the research,
noise.
it's all going to go through the settlement layer, which is the XRP ledger. Which
All of everything y'all hearing is noise. Y'all hear, oh, well, Solana is finna do this and Solana is finna do that. Even if MoneyGram is with Solana, they can only settle within Solana's network. They can't go outside of that network for settlement. So if they need to move that money from the Solana network, guess what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to use a bridge. And guess what the bridge settlement is going to be? XRP. That's what we telling y'all. Learn and do the research. All of these other networks can only settle within their network. They can't tap in to other network and settle with other networks' liquidity. Like XRP can use its liquidity to settle everything. Like that's how this works. We're not gonna use Bitcoin, it's too slow. They're not gonna use Ethereum, it's too slow. XRP has the only ODL. It has the on-demand liquidity that allows for these payments to move on the rails. So y'all just you got to do a little research and you'll see it. So right now I'm actually layering my bag. I'm stacking XRP as much as I can possibly stack it, and I'm strategically placing bets within like I got Undo, I got a little ADA, and I'm also stacking my H bar bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Undo and
definitely
Undo
stacking
and
up that
ADA.
H bar.
Yeah, Undo and Ada, I'm willing to trade up and down, but my H bar and my XRP, I believe in those tokens like over the next 50 years. I believe when I'm dead and gone, my children are still gonna be holding XRP and H bar bags. So I'm just trying to build those up as well as build like you build any other portfolio. You build in your real estate
That's what a
portfolio,
lot of
or
people don't
you know.
understand is they see the price where it's at right now and they're like, oh my God, it just fell 2%. And we
Mm-hmm.
went from $2.60 something cents to $2.50 something cents. Whatever.
Absolutely.
Anything under $3 is way undervalued, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but anything under $3 for XRP is way undervalued. It's gonna be worth a whole lot
Yeah,
more in the
even at
future.
$3 is undervalued. I think anything under $100, shit.
I mean,
To be honest, my opinion, that's not financial advice, you guys. But I mean, when you believe a token gonna go to $10,000 a token one day, as I believe XRP is gonna do you would you mind giving $100 for 10,000? No, you wouldn't. So
there's a lot of
that's
people say
why I'm
that that's
saying what I'm
impossible. It's never can go to $10,000. I mean, nothing's ever impossible, guys. Everything is possible. Now,
Bitcoin at 110 right now. So
it might take it 10 years to get there, 15 years to get there. We don't know. We're not putting a timestamp on it. We're not saying it's going to be at $10,000 by 2030. But um,
I am. I believe that. I
you
believe by
believe that?
2030, all of these things will be already tokenized. But the biggest influencers in the world, when you're talking about the money markets, you're talking about the IMF, you're talking about the BIS, you're talking about BlackRock's Larry Fink, you're talking about these influential people are all telling you that they are going to tokenize the whole world, basically. Hell yeah, I believe it. And if the whole world is tokenized and you have to have a settlement layer that can move all of that value, it's gonna happen. Even David Schwartz say XRP will function better at $1 million than it would at $2, $3. Like it's gonna do some amazing shit, and it's gonna produce numbers and figures that people cannot believe because once again you are trying to use a yardstick to measure miles. You know what I mean? Like it just don't work that way. Like Jay Claver is saying, everybody is talking about circulating supply and all of this. They're not understanding about how it worked with available supply versus circulating supply. And that's what they getting wrong. They using the wrong measuring tool. And they gonna see as soon as everything is transformed and what we call the flip being switched. You know what I mean? Like you will see once most of these things are tokenized and you got the derivative markets on chain and all of this. We're talking about money movement of quadrillions of dollars a year. You know what I mean? So I believe one day soon, rather than later, it's going to be at a very high number. And that's just my belief from the research that I've done. And it all makes sense, man. The
He's
whole
a lot more
system,
bullish than me. See, he's the bull and I'm the bear. So
yeah, the whole system is hyperinflated. And if you just looking at macro events, I'm studying this. I'm going to school for this. And when Jake is telling y'all about the reverse carry trade, he's not lying. Japan has been giving loans to people with 0% interest rates the last 50 fucking years. You know what I mean? You know how many people go there and get loans and come back and invest that money in the American markets just because they can get extras off of it? Now, when these people actually have to raise rates, which the whole world's economy is fucked up. So you don't think they're gonna have to raise rates pretty soon? If our economy is bad and we got the strongest currency out of all the currencies in the world, or one of them, what do you think these weaker countries' currencies is doing? They're gonna have to start tunneling money in some kind of way. And I mean, it's just kind of all lined up. If y'all haven't watched, I would advise y'all to go watch my boy Jake Claver's Domino Theory 1 through 3 and just give it a little bit of thought because it makes sense to me. And with me studying the macro events of the world and me studying how all of this shit really work and how money moves, it all kind of come together. So, and that's just my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. Um, it's just my personal belief that XRP is going to be worth crazy amounts of numbers here
so
soon in
my
the
my
future.
price predictions is I could see $9 between $9.08 and $10.80 in the short term, with ETFs being approved and everything like that.
Short term, like how long?
I say by February of 2026.
Okay.
And then in the midterm, um, which I say 2030, midterm, I see about $100 XRP. And then
Okay.
in the long term, which would be about 10 years, I could see about $1,000 XRP,
And
which would
now
kind of put us on the same path as Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin only had a $21 million total supply, and it really only had about a 10 million supply at the time, whenever of the halving at 60K, when it pushed up to from 60 to 100K. So um, that it's a lot less tokens, but we can also have a supply shock with XRP. It's not going to be as big of a supply shock that happened with Bitcoin because there's a lot more supply. But there will be a supply shock. So again, I don't see it hitting 10,000 till probably about 10 years from now. But it is possible. Everything is possible. We have different views on our timelines and time frames of things. I tend to be a little bit more bearish and tend to think, things. There's going to be people taking profit at $5. There's going to be people taking profit at $9, at $10, at $15, at $20, all the way up. There's people that have been buying and holding for the last 5 years at 17 cents, 50 cents, 30 cents. Um, of course, they're
man,
going to be.
they don't give a damn about that shit, bro. They gonna let them people take their profit. They got all the money. You gotta understand, retail ain't shit.
No, I'm just
We
saying.
don't.
I've seen a lot of YouTubers already talking about how they're gonna take profits at $5, $10,
Yeah, I'm saying
things
that,
like that.
but I'm saying the institutions are moving these markets. It don't matter what retail gonna do. It don't
Well,
matter.
I mean, of course, we know that institutions take profit every day.
Yeah, the
So,
institution run this market. So,
so
and
the
when they get ready to take profit, they gonna take profit. They gonna push the market up when they get ready to push the market up. But once you understand the protocol of XRP, the network, what it's used for, and how it works, you'll understand why they need it at a higher price. It ain't just a theory. It's like they need it to be a higher price for it to function the way it needs to function. People don't understand. Like
Yeah,
I
I
done
just don't. I
done
mean,
a lot of
I know
hours.
they're bringing this stuff in, but
I done done a lot of hours of research on this. A lot of hours. Sleepless nights, can't go to sleep. Texting my brother at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Look what I found. Like people don't get it. It's way bigger than what people think, man. This shit has been in play for the last 30 years. And that's what people don't understand. People just talk about normal, oh, well, the circulating supply and the market cap, and y'all don't understand the protocol. Y'all don't understand what's going on, what's happening. This ain't just a regular switch. Everything ain't just lined up here out the blue for nothing like that, bro. It's like it ain't no coincidences. The world don't revolve like that. There's people in high places that's making these things happen, bro. XRP was chosen. And anybody who done really done some research on XRP, they know that. They know it was chosen. That's why it's so much hype around it. That's why you got so many people that hate about it all the time. I believe those people are being paid. That's just my personal belief. Throw the people off because everybody who can really do the research, you'll see. This been in the works a long time ago.
and so with
Before
that,
you,
you got some great bullish news going into 2026. But
yeah.
it's
So
8:30. I have some plans this evening, so I'm gonna
boy,
have to.
your ass ain't got no plans.
I do have
He ain't
plans.
got no plans, y'all. He full of shit.
I do
Let
have
me
plans.
let me finish telling them this though,
Okay.
bro. So I'm layering all my buys with XRP. I'm just stacking as much as I can. I'm using my ADA and my Undo. I'm gonna probably trade those up just so I can keep me a little dry powder. So when we have a nice dip, I'll have some money to just throw back into my main hole. So you got to manage risks and size positions and keep dry powder, of course. Treat the mission like it's serious. Don't just be out here acting like this a lottery pit. You know what I mean? So that's all I really wanted to say. Uh, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. My brother say he gotta go somewhere again. So fam, y'all, the markets are offering signs, you guys, but there are no guarantees in the market. Like we always tell you, you are risking your money. You are placing a bet. I didn't understand that when I first got in the market, but you're basically placing a bet that this company is gonna do well over whatever period of time. So your job is to interpret what's going on, to act and protect. And if you got value from today's show, guys, want y'all hit us up with a little like or something. Drop y'all thoughts in the comments over there. Tag us in your trades or whatever. We building a community of winners, except for like crypto, you guys. I am your host, Crypto General. That is my brother.
Crypto Kurt. Y'all
And
have a
until
wonderful
next
night.
time, you guys stay sharp, stay sovereign, and stay peaceful. Good night, you guys.